Welcome, guys. Today we take a quiet look at the top 5 builds for PathOfExile 2 patch 0.4. Druid Elemental Shifter/Storm build. Starting off strong, we have the Druid, currently one of the most flexible and satisfying archetypes in PoE2. Whether you lean into Lightning Storm, Fire Claws, or hybrid shapeshifting, Druids offer incredible clear speed and tankiness thanks to their affinity with nature and elemental scaling. The most popular variant right now is the Lightning Storm Druid, which focuses on channeling massive AoE storms, high elemental penetration, safe, ranged gameplay. Excellent synergy with shapeshift defensive nodes. Druids will excel in campaign, in early maps, and even in bossing thanks to their layered defenses and reliable damage over time from overlapping thunderstorms. If you want a powerful but beginner-friendly caster/melee hybrid, Druid is easily a top-tier pick in patch 0.4. Not much is known about this class yet, but many content creators will be playing Druids at League start, and from what we've seen so far, it definitely has endgame potential. Coming in at number 2 is the Galvanic Shards Deadeye, one of the fastest and smoothest clearing builds in the entire game. Galvanic Shards create lightning projectiles that chain, bounce, and ricochet through entire packs of monsters, making this build feel like a constant fireworks show. Why its amazing massive chain potential. Deadeye passives give projectile speed, crit, and insane coverage, very high mobility, excellent early and mid-game damage. This build excels in wide open areas, where your shards can bounce endlessly between enemies, clearing entire screens with minimal effort. If you love high APM, flashy lightning effects, and crazy clear speed, Galvanic Shards Deadeye is absolutely worth trying. Yes, it did receive a mana nerf this patch, and that means you now have to start using Galvanic Shards from Act 2 if you want to keep the build smooth and efficient. But even with this change, the build remains incredibly reliable. The clear speed is still strong, the single target damage scales well with early gear, and the playstyle stays simple and beginner friendly. It's one of those builds that carries you from the campaign straight into early maps without much investment. So despite the nerf, Galvanic Shards continues to stand out as one of the best League starters in 0.4, consistent, powerful, and easy to pick up. You can follow my build guide in the video description. At number 3 we have a fan favorite, the Lightning Arrow Deadeye. This build has been strong in almost every version of PoE, and PoE2 is no exception. Lightning Arrow fires projectiles that shock, fork, and explode in chain reactions, giving you some of the best crowd control in the game. Strengths: top-tier clear speed. Deadeye's projectile scaling turns Lightning Arrow into a screen-wide nuke, extremely fluid movement and attack rhythm, easy to gear, just stack bow damage. Lightning scaling and projectile multipliers. Bossing becomes impressive once your bow reaches mid-tier crafting levels, and map clear is S tier from the moment you get all your supports online. If you want a fast, flashy ranged build, Lightning Arrow Deadeye will not disappoint. In patch 0.4, the build received a huge single target nerf, but it's still good for mapping and fast clearing. You can check the description and follow Fubgun's build. Next up is one of the most creative and unexpectedly strong builds in 0.4, the Gas Grenade Crossbow Deadeye. This build uses crossbow grenades that explode into massive toxic gas clouds, dealing persistent chaos damage while you stay at a safe distance. Why it works so well? The grenades scale extremely well with projectile and AoE multipliers. Gas clouds linger and stack, melting bosses. Deadeye gives more projectile utility than you'd expect, perfect for players who enjoy tactical, explosive gameplay. You'll fire grenades, reposition, and let the poison do the work. It's fun, unique, and surprisingly powerful even with low investment. If you want something different from the classic bow playstyle, this build is a refreshing and deadly alternative. Even though it received a nerf in 0.4 because of the ascendancy and some mana issues, the build is still strong early on for boss fights and fast clearing. You can find Rueda's build in the description if you want to follow it. And finally, at number 5 we have one of the most stylish and brutal hybrid builds in the game, the Bleed Lightning Spear Bloodmage. This build combines physical bleed scaling with lightning spear casts enhanced through Bloodmage mechanics. What makes it special? You sacrifice life to cast stronger spells. Bleed scaling gives huge sustained damage. Lightning spear hits rapidly, applying multiple bleeds. Visually spectacular, every fight feels dramatic. The Bloodmage playstyle is risky but incredibly rewarding. You'll constantly balance life management with raw damage output, making this build one of the most interactive and thrilling ways to play a caster in PoE2. If you enjoy high-risk, high-reward gameplay with massive damage potential, this build is a must-try. This build hasn't changed at all in patch 0.4, it's completely untouched. It's very strong early on for bosses and for mapping, although it's a bit slower than Deadeye, which is why it takes the number 5 spot. Don't forget that in this game, everything comes down to speed. You can check the description to use Everscene's build guide. And that wraps up our list of the top 5 builds you should play in Path of Exile 2 patch 0.4. From Druids and Deadeye Tech to the Intense Blood Mage, these builds offer something for every playstyle. Let me know in the comments which one you're trying next or which build you want a full guide on. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.